Welcome to my lunch shift live stream. You may not be recognizing me because I'm missing something kind of big. So far I've done a catering order. It's I have that so loud. So far I've done a catering order and it was for $45 on Deliver That. Gotta actually turn my dash on. Hey, what's up, Dom? Hey, Ron, how's it going? Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to catch me live when I haven't been doing any live streams, so that's on me more than you. Delivered for 31. Nice. Sweet. $75. Yeah, we have a local restaurant here that contacted Deliver That to request me as much as possible. So I did one of theirs today for $45. Delivered has been kind of slow in my area for the bigger orders and or area that I work in. So I haven't been doing much Deliver That. Yeah, catering is definitely a win. Yeah, for sure. I did the same. Well, the lady made a comment. She's like, "Now, if only you could do catering for us all the time." And so I let her know she could request me. Oh, okay. Yeah, that happened to me too, Dom. I accepted one order that when I went live or swipe to start, I must not have been in like area where my phone had signal or something, but on my app, everything showed that I was tracking like normal. But apparently, I wasn't connected to their server, so they took the order away from me when I was just like 4 minutes away from the pickup. No texts, no calls, none of that. And then on a different occasion, maybe a month and a half later, I accepted a order and I thought that it was for the next day. Well, once I realized that it was for the same day, I released it and it was beyond the 15 minutes of reviewing on a same day order. So, um, yeah, they put me in timeout. I had to take a quiz. And now I'm back into from preferred driver down to same day driver back up to catering driver. And I can take the test for preferred driver again after Saturday, apparently. See a couple of comments. I'm going to have to get to a spot where I can read. I'm actually going to a little hot spot so I can try to get some orders. Yesterday was good. I should have live streamed yesterday. I had quite a bit of large orders for lunch. Um, Yesterday I ended up getting a um, deliver that kind of last minute for like 11:20, and so I went on to DoorDash. I did a $6 order, then I got a $22 Chipotle catering order that led me right into picking up the Torchy's tacos for like $32. And then I turned DoorDash back on, and immediately I got a 30 something dollar Tokyo Joe's. And then after I dropped that one off, I got a $54 burrito place. So that is that is what I did yesterday. I did like 120 something dollars for lunch in like 2.5 hours. But sometimes it's kind of just getting lucky. The previous day, my lunch was a grind. I mean, I did have a on Tuesday, I did have another deliver that was like $35, and then I did a catering order. Can't remember exact numbers on it, but I did like one catering order, and then everything stopped. So I still made over $100 on that lunch shift, but it was definitely a different kind of grind. And I haven't gotten anything on DoorDash yet, so I'll just hit Uber Eats. Some of it is luck, but being a platinum dasher gives, at least here, you definitely need platinum in order to get the large orders because it's so oversaturated out here, with all the illegal accounts that we got going on, both from immigrants and citizens. Um, just a bunch of accounts out here that shouldn't be online. And so what I've noticed, all right, we got a DoorDash coming in $6 for 2 miles. We'll go ahead and knock that out. So Jason's Deli. Um, Now, what I'm hoping is this sometimes will trigger like a series of large orders for me when I accept one right off the bat. All right, so let me come back here. Okay, so but you have to get 100% on the quiz. Yeah. What I did, Dom, for getting the quiz is I would just answer all of the answers wrong or whatever. I'll just hit the letter or the first option for the answer for everything, take a screenshot so I knew what answer I did. And then I would I would cycle through doing that test until I got all of those answers on that page. And then I did the same thing and same thing for the three different pages of tests. It took a while, but that's what I had to do because some of the questions aren't in the driver portal for the answers. So you just gotta, or their like policies changed a little bit, so the questions don't match the current policy. So that's what I had to do. So they did the same thing. Yeah, yeah, that sucks. My height is definitely not important, so I won't be disclosing my height. But I'm not. Let's just say I'm pretty close to the average height of an adult male in the United States. So yeah, getting lucky. Total of 71 on delivered, and then real. I have not been on Curl. Like when they first launched, I got on, and there was like one offer, and this was during COVID. So I didn't take that offer because it was just too far away from me, and I really hadn't done much with it, so I don't really know how it works too much. Yeah, yeah, do that. Dom, is if you are getting a 98%, there's probably some questions that you are knowing that you're not 100% sure you're answering right. And that's what I thought too. But then, if you just consistently answer the same questions over and over to see how it changes your percentage up or down, then you can know, like, literally, you could just answer everything with the same answer except for one. And then you can tell, okay, that one was that answer, or that one is not that answer. So, yeah, I do, huh? Got some sandpaper going. Um, I definitely I got a video that I'm going to be putting up on another channel with shaving the beard. And I did have an interview for a W-2. That W-2 doesn't allow for as big of a beard. And I wanted to do a reaction video with the baby on cutting my beard anyways. So I just went ahead and did that. I was originally going to do a series on a new channel on growing a beard without trimming or anything for one whole year and doing like a daily update of what my face looks like on shorts and stuff. But that's not going to happen. I decided I'm probably going to learn how to kind of blend my beard from here to here with a haircut, because I have this level at 0. So blending a beard to here at a half-inch length. And I figure people probably still watch that because a lot of people don't want big beards, but a lot of people do want big beards. So yeah, that's kind of my plan for that channel. A lot of like trimming type of content. I think people watch that a lot. So especially first starting out, it's gonna look a little crappy, but the more you do it, the better you'll get, I guess is what they say. I'm definitely gonna grow as long as I can. It's like a half an inch. I did get that position, so uh, I will be starting that job next month. But hey, how's it going, Derek? Thanks, Ceci, for commenting for sure. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab this Jason's Deli real quick. Like, let's see, Lindsay. Chris, have a good one. Thanks. But thank you. All right, so back at it here. Uh, whoops. I hit arrived at the customer, even though I'm not even close. So 6 minutes, 2 miles. Hey, Ron, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you for sure. So my plan is to be doing the lunch shifts until I figure out what my schedule's going to be next month. Um, but I want to do a live every time I'm doing something at lunch for delivery. And then little update, Lisa, she ended up fracturing her rib falling on some ice. So she was going to start doing some shifts out here so I could come home and work with the kids on some of the homeschool, and as well as just being there with the kids and stuff. So hey, thanks, Derek. I mean, it's a low $20 per hour um, entry position, but I can move up in an hourly leadership position between 6 and 12 months. That's the thing. I don't want to get into a spot where I'm salaried, unless it's a significant level of pay that is base, not dependent upon bonusing. So, um, But yeah, the leadership positions start over 30, like around 33 to $35 an hour. And then, um, so yeah, their 401k matching is pretty phenomenal. So figured out with a calculator on retirement calculator that using their 9% match and getting like a 2 to 3% raise, I'll be between like $1 and $1.8 million on like a 10% return. So in 20, so almost between $1 and $2 million in 20 years on that kind of a match be good. Little nest egg. But in the meantime, I still want to be able to build these other incomes with YouTube and private driving and catering. So that is the play. Having multiple streams of income for sure. Thanks, Derek. I will pass on the well wishes. I know you said something about it last night in the garage too. I don't know a whole lot about doing this live streaming. Retouch off. Okay. What is this? Okay. So I can highlight video. All right. I don't really use this native app too much, so it's definitely new to me. It's just StreamYard is so expensive now. Um, just can't justify that with how little I've been going live and generating revenue on the YouTube channel, which I plan to change here. Being able to go live a lot more. Like I said, I want to try to be out here every day. So this will put me at what, $51 for the day, or yeah, for the day. It's 11:45 here in Colorado. I'm getting a Uber Eats order, $4, $1 tip. Let's say no to that. All right, let's see. Front entrance. All right, I'll be right back. All right. So at $51 for the day so far. Now let's see if that will trigger me a large order. Yeah, I got to figure out a solution here for recording while I'm in the car because $11 for 13 miles. That's ridiculous. Do I have a decline available? I do have a decline available. So I'm going to decline this, but I'm going to let it time down. I'm not going to decline it right away so I can get into a better position for orders that I would like to accept. All right, so down to 15 seconds. I definitely don't want to be doing those kinds of orders. Of course, once I go live, I start getting these dumb kind of orders. Like yesterday, I didn't get any dumb orders, or at least on Doordash. I wish that YouTube gave us some sort of banner system like I can do in StreamYard, but we just have to roll with it how it is, I guess. All right, I'm kind of by Chipotle where I got a large order yesterday, so maybe I can get another one. All right. Decline that crappy order and then they don't want to send me nothing then. Hopefully that's because they're waiting for a good order to come up. So how's everybody's lunch shift going or rideshare shift going today. So my first hour of working today was a $51 hour because one order was $45 on a catering order, and then just one low $6 order, only 2 mile drive. But hey, how's it going, traveler? You like the sandpaper look? Hey, how's it going, Paul C? Um, right now I'm running Uber Eats and Doordash. So those are what I'm doing for right now. Later on, I'll probably turn on some rideshare, but I try not to do rideshare during the lunch shift. And how many hours are you doing today? I started working at around 10:30, and then so I'll probably work until around 10 o'clock tonight, depending on how rideshare is doing. But probably between 10 and 12 hours today. Normally, I'm supposed to be doing like a morning shift of rideshare till around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Then switch over to catering and food delivery in general. $9 for 10 miles. This is ridiculous. All right. Guess I'll accept that one because I don't have any declines available. So daily, our goal is to be at 300 minimum per day. Yeah, traveler, I had a job interview and wanted to get a reaction from the baby as well for a while now. Since around October, it took me till getting a job interview in order to actually go through with taking off the beard. But yeah, my daily target for revenue is 300. Paul, uh, I'm not gonna be dishonest about that. So it really depends now. Back last year before the summer and beyond, going backwards that way, making $300 didn't really take me even 10 hours to do. But nowadays it's a grind to get to $300, and you have to take some orders that you don't necessarily like. I don't I have already got the position, like, they offered it to me. I'm doing, like, drug test and background check, so, my start date is next month in February. But I don't really wanna put out where I am going to be working at. Just people on the internet doing trying to get people fired for stuff. Um, I just I prefer to keep that to myself. Um, yeah, well, I'm not necessarily trying to get out of rideshare as much as I'm trying to not be relying on it. Now that I mean, it's always been kind of volatile, but still reliable as a way for me to make money. But over the last 8 or 9 months, it's been an increase of hours more and more and more just to make the same or less money. So I figured, I'm going to just, if I'm going to start making that low of money per hour, I might as well do it with a W-2, and then try to maximize on just busy times when I am not at the W-2. And then if the W-2 wants me to work extra, at least I'll get paid extra, um, on top of what I already make per hour. So that's the theory of it. Hey, what's up, Steve? Yeah, so I don't know if you heard any of that, but I picked up a W-2. I'll be starting next month. Um, I'll tell you offline where it's at, but I'm gonna go over here to this Indian restaurant that I got an offer for less than $1 per mile. I'm going to arrive at this restaurant, and then I'm going to wait at this restaurant for 12 minutes, and then I'm going to not take this order going out of my zone. So it's because yesterday DoorDash rewarded me with too many large orders, I guess. Now today they're punishing me. So it is not from home. It's not a from home job, Paul. Um, I wouldn't say it's an office job either, but I guess if that's the two options, from home or on site, we'll just say that it's an on site position. I mean, Steve, that's not necessarily a misrepresentation that you're stating there, because I don't disagree with that. Um, I did, however, at lunch yesterday, uh, with just the DoorDashes, was about $80. Probably would have been more if I hadn't done a deliver that right in the middle of that. But between the deliver that and the DoorDashes, I ended up at $120 for the lunch shift between 10:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. So, although they suck, not every day do they suck, for me at least. All right, so now we just got about 12 minutes to chill while I let this person's food get cold because they ordered from so far away. I'm gonna see if I don't have to wait that long though. Yeah, so it says unassigned with no pay. Your completion rate will be affected. Now, I know how much, I didn't take a screenshot of this one, but I know how much people tip ahead of time. So I know if there's a hidden tip anymore because they don't have that on DoorDash, although Uber still does hide tips here in Colorado. But I'm not going to get any more than what it already said. So to me, it's a little bit petty, but I'm going to wait here for this order to be a long wait, and then I can unassign worry free. Um, so why did I accept this offer, Steve? Because if I didn't, then I wouldn't be a platinum dasher anymore. I already used my one decline for the day, apparently. Um, so I accepted this order so that I wouldn't go below 70%. And I don't have any unassigns available either, so I'm at 95% there. So I just gotta kind of wait. Somebody else will come over here and pick. I mean, I can guarantee if I went in to get this order, it wouldn't be ready because this restaurant is never ready when you get here. So, literally the order will be ready in about, I would say, 8 minutes, unless somebody else did the same thing I did. Yeah, Steve, like I said, I don't disagree with you on that. Although there are some occurrences that I experienced that when DoorDash is good for a platinum dasher, it's really good. But that's not all the time and that's not every time. Mm. Now I could go in and get this order if this Uber Eats from the same restaurant was going in the same direction, but it's not. It's going in complete opposite directions. So if that one was going into the same area as this one was, I probably would just go and get both of those orders and take it out. Hey Randy, how's it going? Yes, I did cut the beard. How many hours you gonna be doing at your new job full time? It's a 40 hours a week job. So if I work overtime, I get paid overtime. So there's sometimes where they mandate overtime and sometimes you can just pick up some overtime. So it's really gonna depend on well, I have to get through the training period and everything in order to get those hours kind of stabilized, I guess, to understand how much I can depend on for the W-2 and when I'm going to be available to do gig work and be a dad at the same time. So, yes, Randy, I did get a new job. And then Steve says, I got a new partner in the fight for transparency, and it's a big one. Sweet. Um, Randy, it's partially a pivot for sure. But W-2s are not, I don't want to rely on the W-2s either. So, um, Steve, we need to talk. We we need to talk about that for sure. Um, but I don't want to be reliant on one stream of income, whether that's a W-2 or a gig job or YouTube, or if I make some sort of product myself. Like I want multiple revenues coming in. And so I'm not going to stop doing YouTube. I'm not going to stop doing gig work at the moment. Although I might limit it to certain apps and not the main apps once I get to a certain position of um, where my debt is gone, basically. And Randy, I do have an update for what my plan is for Tesla Model X and everything. So hang tight for that. I think that I will do a video instead of a live stream about the whole Tesla situation. And then my new job, I don't want to say what kind of actual job it is or where I'm going to be working at. I just don't want to end up getting some. Oh, Steve, I just saw that text. I just don't want to end up getting um fired for somebody wanting to dox me or something, you know. Happened to plenty of people. Oh my gosh. I forgot to hit. Now they're adding a $2 no tip order. No tips. All right. So now I got to wait here for another 10 minutes from now. Uh, hit pause. Orders after delivery. Does your new job require prior skills? It's preferred, is what it said. Preferred prior skills. Mainly the entry position that I'm going into. Um, doesn't like most people could get that job, um, but that's not necessarily the position that I'm going for. Um, they're a company that likes to promote from within, so getting in and then getting a promotion, that's kind of what I'm thinking is far as um, being able to use prior skills like my management, my leadership from other jobs I had in the past. So Randy, I was originally going to do a series this year on growing a beard for a year without trimming and everything. And I was going to start with a fresh face, do a short form video each day to document how the beard growth is and everything. But this position does not allow for longer than about a half an inch of a beard, I guess. So um, I did shave recently for that reason, but um, I was planning on doing it this year anyways. Can you say what the pay is like? Yeah, it's in the low 20s per hour, which is about what I'm making out here in the gig work nowadays. But from what I understand, I'll be able to utilize my shifts at that job in a way that I can prioritize when I'm able to do gig work to be at the times that are the most profitable so that I can get the most bang for my buck on the gig work with a solid base from the W-2 to work off of. And then overtime over there, sometimes they pay double time, sometimes they pay time and a half. So, if I work extra over there, I'll definitely be compensated more. But like I said, I'm going for more of a leadership position within the 6 to 12 months. Those ones are in the mid 30s to start. So, um, so about what I would make on an average day in gig work before they started this algorithmic wage discrimination stuff. So I start in the middle of the month next month, Randy. But yeah, so I should be able to line things up where either Lisa or I can still be able to do trips for people privately um, in the future if I decide to open up a private business for rides and stuff. But I'm still not, I'm kind of on the fence on that or not, just because the cost of doing that versus the benefit. Like I need to make sure that the revenue is going to be there to justify that. Um, yeah, well, outside of, well, even the morning isn't busy as it once was. Um, the morning used to have a lot of surge in rideshare. Now I hardly ever see surge, ever. Even on snow, it's like maybe $1.25, a $2, $3 surge. Where if it was a snow day, I would be making $30 surges all the time. And then with the multiplier back in those days, it was even better. And then food delivery, like up and down, I guess. Pro finish painting. What up? Tesla grind here. Oh, how's it going, Tesla grind? Glad you got out of the gig work. Not worth it anymore. My painting business taking off. Already booked 15K in jobs for January. You should learn how to paint. Hey, I'm not opposed to that for sure. And congrats, man. 15K in business. That is awesome, man. I'm I'm glad for you. Are you working the apps today? Yeah, right now I guess I'm technically working the apps. Um, I am waiting on this order to time out from being a long wait so I can unassign it. All right, there we go. Let's unassign that one. because it is a no tip order. 2 no tip orders. Not doing those. All right, so unassign that one now. Let's see. I think I've got about 5 more minutes to wait on this other one. But let's see if they give it to me. Nope, I still gotta wait. Steve, I tried to email that reactivation email. It said is invalid. So I don't know. Maybe text me what the email is supposed to be, or if it's supposed to be at drivers or something. But I'm still on the wait list for reactivation on Curry. I got deactivated on Curry for inactivity. Um, wasn't anything that I did wrong. I just had a lot going on in November and December where I had my wisdom teeth taken out and the kids got sick, and yeah, just it was a rough month. So I didn't take any curries for 2 months, and so I was like, it hit January and I never turned curry off, and I've been just not seeing any curries, and I go over and it says that I was deactivated for inactivity, and then it had a button for me to submit that I want to be reactivated, and now I'm just sitting here. Deliver that has been okay. Like I explained a little bit earlier with deliver that. Yeah, so this guy pulled in after me. He did the same thing as me. He came, he waited at this restaurant that sucks, and nobody ever tips at this restaurant. Waited for it to let him unassign it without penalty. So um Steve, you said they are gonna send it back to you now. Um Yeah, I don't know what email to send it to because the one that you told me, it sent me a message saying that it was an invalid email. So I don't think they received an email from me unless they received an email from my application when it automatically sends an email or something. When I click the button to be reactivated. But yeah. See, and even Uber Eats is kind of slow today. So maybe that's why I'm getting dumb orders going for far mileage with low or no tips. Hey, how's it going? JB gets you wrecked. Yeah, I did. Got the sandpaper look going right now. Uh, but I'm growing it back to about a half an inch, I guess. So um originally I was going to do a series on another YouTube channel for growing a beard for a year without trimming and stuff, and doing a daily update with shorts on how the um, growth is going. But the new job I got won't let me grow that long of a beard. All right, so worry free unassigned again, and we're not doing these orders. Let's get back on the road, get into a better spot. But um, I think there are positions at that job where I can grow a little bit bigger of a beard, so we'll see. I might still be able to do one of those kinds of challenges before the end of the year. Just start it and then see if I can do a yeared docu docu series, I guess, on growing a yeared. But either way, at some point I won't probably have that job, and I will at some point have the opportunity to grow a beard for a year and document it on YouTube. But in the meantime, I think I'm still going to launch a channel about growing beards, and I think I'm going to do more uh, content at first about like blending and stuff on your own, so you don't have to go to a barber and see, how well that kind of content will do for me. Nice, 3 years, huh? That's an awesome beard. Yeah, I didn't have to shave it all the way off, but I figured I would do that with the baby's reaction and have that as one of my first videos on the channel that I'm gonna start for beards. And yeah, so that is the plan. And then once I can grow a beard for a year, maybe I'll have a little bit of a following, and it will be a little bit easier to grow the channel that way as well. So we'll see. We'll see. I want to be able to have um so I'll have the W2 income stream, this channel, um hopefully the beard channel as an income stream. And then I want to limit my gig work to pre-scheduled type things. So that's why I'm trying to get back on the soft deactivation from Curry so that I can do some pre-scheduled there, um, pre-scheduled with catering, and if it makes sense, making doing my own private passengers in my own car, my own business outside of the Uber and Lyft and all that. And then n- not worrying about any DoorDash, any Uber, any Lyft, no Grubhub, no Uber Eats. Like that that would be my active outside of a W2 gig work, and then the YouTube content. And then I am now an influencer for Amazon. So with TikTok leaving, I guess I was gonna try doing TikTok shop as well, since I'm gonna be doing same kind of videos for Amazon. But apparently that's not gonna be a thing. I finally decided I would do a TikTok, Steve, and then it goes away. See how it is. Um, but Amazon influencer, so far we're making about like $8 a month on it, but haven't really put a whole lot of product reviews up yet. So that one I want to get to, $2 or $3,000 a month. So I want to get some of the YouTube income up to. So my first goals are to get to $1,000 a month on YouTube, $1,000 a month on Amazon Influencer, and between the W-2 and the gig work will make up the $8,000 remaining. But that will be a good starting point for revenue. And then the next goal after that, obviously, I guess, would be to have $1,000 per month on each YouTube channel. So the two YouTube channels by themselves, 1,000 each, and um, start to replace some of this unnecessary stuff in my life, so I'm able to be home with the kids more. And definitely building up more revenue on things I can do with the kids. So one channel that's going to be launching is one of my daughters is going to do a Lego channel with. I'll be doing building Legos with her, and then she's going to make like stop motion Lego stories out of it, and something to work on together, as well as help her to build a little foundation of her own thing that she can make revenue from. Um, and then eventually, I want to get into doing some commercial real estate type of deals. So that's what I don't know. Maybe I'll get some Turo going so I can Turo my way into real estate. So I don't know. I think that with this kinds of economies that we live in these days, and how unstable and everything can be, like YouTube could totally demonetize me. So if I get to a point where I actually have some good traction on YouTube, I will definitely open up my own like membership type deal off of the platform. So that way, if YouTube takes my stuff away from me from their side, I still have something I can work with. $25 tip, 4.25 for 1 mile. See if I have a decline now. Nope. All right. I'm gonna do this one. I'm not gonna wait it out because it's only a mile to the drop off. I tried to do a live stream where I'm getting good orders on Doordash, and I've gotten none. I should have did the live yesterday. That's the way the cookie crumbles, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Isn't that like from a movie um, where they're trying to come up with like a saying? I can't remember. I swear that's from a movie, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Maybe it's like Bruce Almighty or something, or some sort of Steve Carell movie or something. I don't know. I think it was supposed to be like a sign off for somebody. I don't remember. Now I'm just rambling, I guess. Yeah, JB, we definitely need to diversify revenues. Well, and then I'm also wanting to get into um, stock investments as well. So probably start the stock investments once I'm out of debt. Um, Following, I don't know if you guys follow Sergio from the Rideshare Guy. I'm subscribed to his personal finance channel. So I'll be following his stuff and getting into investments there and stuff. So definitely having all these revenue streams will mitigate the risk of the eggs in one basket cliche. And the more I can build revenues that do not require me to do something, so outside of YouTube and Amazon uh, influencer, the more I can do something for building recurring revenue without me having to do anything else, the better. So that you know something happens to me. All right, sorry about that. Let me. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go pick up this uh, whatever it is, Chick-fil-A. And Lisa gave me a call, and she's feeling kind of dizzy, so I'm gonna call her on the gig phone, and I'm leaving this one here because I don't have a case on the phone so that I could mount it because the case I have for it, this thing spins. So like the phone would go sideways. So I had to take the case off. All right, I'll be right back. All right. So Lisa, she ended up falling on the ice, fracturing a rib. Took her to the hospital yesterday. Yeah, I was on mute because I was talking to Lisa on my other phone. Because she called me on this one, and it like paused my stream. Almost probably may have come close to ending the stream. But I was talking to her. She's having some like dizzy symptoms, and that's what made her stop doing a lot of gig work in the first place because you can't really drive dizzy. And now she fell and cracked a rib, and now she's having dizziness today and stuff. So, um, just trying to make sure everything's okay for her mainly. So I'm gonna drop off this $4.25 order. It'll take me just a second. Be right back. $5 order on Uber Eats, no thanks. Okay. All right. So that was a wasted crappy hour because of that DoorDash deciding to not give me any large orders today. Okay, I'm back. Apparently, lost connection there. I might get an order, but I'm not counting on it. All right, well, let's do this. Uber Eats PF Chang's $13 for 4 miles. And that would be 3 items. So it's probably going to stay $13 because it's just 6 can of dumplings, a wonton soup, Hey, Cray Cray, thanks for the super chat, $10. Shout out to Cray Cray. Um, so and a wonton cup and a Coca-Cola. So I don't expect it to go up. If it goes up, it'll be maybe very minimal. But we're gonna take this DoorDash is gonna or Uber Eats is gonna pay me. Um, let's see. I made $10 on DoorDash so far. Uh, right, yeah, $10 on DoorDash so far, and this one Uber Eats is gonna be more than what I've made on DoorDash for a DoorDash live stream. Huh. Thanks, DoorDash, for really screwing me over on this one. And I'm really glad I had that one deliver that for $45. Wished it would have been one for like, I don't know. I've done a few of them now without the tip pool where it's been over $100. All right. I'll be right back. Hi, I got an Uber Eats for Ryan. Okay, I'll head out the car. I'll be right back then. All right, so we got about a 3-minute wait. So I'm gonna wait out here for 3 minutes, head back in. So see if I can pull up some of the orders I did yesterday and the day before on DoorDash. So yesterday was, I know that's kind of backwards there, but that's two different orders there. Um, that was the last two orders I did. And then I did one for $5, one for $6.50. All right, here's the one I did at lunch. 54.65 on that one. The one right before that was a Chipotle, $23. And in between those two, I did the deliver that. So that was yesterday. And then Tuesday, Tuesday, this was dinner time from 6:15 till 7:50 for an hour and a half. I did $33, 850, and 825. So that was in an hour and a half. And and then for an hour and 17 minutes, I got this order, and I'm pretty sure I did an Uber Eats. So I was on pause for some of that. That was dinner time on Tuesday. All right, oh, it looks like he's bringing me this order out. Yes. Thank you. You too. All right. So, one for $6 at the end of lunch on Tuesday. And then Tuesday, in an hour and 20 minutes of dash time, I got a $6 order, a $22 order, a $36 order, and a $37 order. So those are the stats for that Tuesday lunch shift, plus the catering order I did. So, besides today when I go live, I've been having some pretty decent DoorDash lunch shifts. All right, 3.5 miles away, 9 minutes. Hey, how's it going, Ryan? I took the beard off. I was planning on starting a channel for growing a beard in a year from scratch, literally, because it's itchy when you shave your beard off when you've had it for over 2 years. Um, but I ended up doing an interview at a job that I was interested in, got the position. That job allows for facial hair, but it's length limitation for the position that I got hired for is and a half an inch. So I guess for the time being, instead of doing a beard in a year journey documentary, um, basically I'm going to be growing that half an inch beard and just learning how to blend it into kind of fading it down so that this fade and the beard fade kind of match each other, and learning how to do that so that I can teach other people how to do it too. And hopefully that would be content that people will like to watch. And then eventually I'd like to do it where I am going to do a beard in a year series on that channel down the line, a little bit further than I originally intended. But I think that this W2 that I'm picking up is good good position to put myself in as far as having a little bit of a foundation while I work on these content, between this channel and the beard channel that I want to start. I already have a video I need to edit, of shaving this beard off, and then I have a video of how to straighten a big curly beard like I have when it's beard or when it's big, how to straighten it out and everything. And then just talk about different things about growing a beard. Thanks, Ryan. So yeah, I think the W-2 will be a good like launching point for doing my other stuff in content creation and investments. Because it's gotten to the point where I'm much so long for my whole gig work career, um, that it just doesn't make sense to put this much hours in and be away from the family for this long for no reward. Like what I could make in 7 or 8 hours, I'm taking 12 hours to do. That's not good. And I know that in general, these apps are not supposed to be how you make your living as far as your primary source of income. And but Denver has been pretty solid and stable for being able to do full-time gig work. And depending on your income goals, it's probably like a lot of people are good with making $100 to 150 in a day. Like I can do that pretty easily, but it's getting to 300 in a day that is not that easy anymore. So we got to kind of limit when I do gig work to the times where the prime orders are going, you know, food delivery probably more than rideshare just because rideshare hardly ever surges. Whereas food delivery, you get an opportunity to get some pretty decent sized tips to make up for the lack of surge. Um, and yeah, so basically lunch or dinner shift, depending on how my schedule ends up being with the W-2. And then I don't know. I'm thinking what I what I would need to do to justify doing rideshare, to be honest, other than just letting it run and watching for a random surge that might be near. Yeah, so I got about a month until I start the new position at the W-2. All right, find a place to park, go drop off this food. This camera is like right in my line of sight for my reverse cam. All right. I'll be right back. All right. Hey, how's it going, Red? So 336 before tips. So that after projected tip, it should be like $68 for the lunch shift. Not too good. Could be over $100 already, but you can't win every day, I guess. See if they'll give me something that is around $40. Come on, Doordash, come through. You you screwed me over all lunch shift. Come through and give me $40. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Yeah, everybody's asking what happened to the beard. I was planning on starting a beard channel that ends growing a beard from scratch in a year without shaving, but in the process, I ended up getting an interview for a job that limits my beard length to 1/2 an inch. So instead of doing the beard in a year series, I think I'll be starting doing having a shorter beard, but blending that in with a fade like I've got, um, so that you're not paying for a barber to fade your beard for you, and showing people how to do that on the YouTube instead, at least for now. And then if I am able to at some point with a different position in that company, or I move on from that company, I will do a beard in the year series then. Yeah, so Derek, I do have a video that I will put up on the new channel that shows their reactions for sure. Yeah, the purpose though is so that I can kind of diversify some income streams and not be reliant on anything, including the W-2, like as a main source of income. Although different YouTube channels still means that is coming from Google. Um, yeah, so definitely, I think that kind of a channel might find a little bit better of an audience on Rumble than the one I've got going with gig work. It doesn't seem like gig work's much of a thing people are on Rumble for. Yeah, so stay tuned, Derek, for sure. Sean, so that's one of the reasons why I'm picking up this W-2 for sure. Um, my although I couldn't really do the baby steps in the exact order, um, just because I'm prioritizing getting my family taken care of from the money that they lent me for this whole legal process I went through. Um, Getting them paid first, or at least getting their credit, and actual hard cash money that they gave me taken care of before mine. But that's just a personal preference. I really appreciated them helping me out, and I want to get them taken care of first. And I should be able to have that part taken care of by the end of April, mainly because a lot of the tax revenue or tax money that I'll get from a tax return or whatever, including I'm still waiting on $8,000 from this self-employed tax credit stuff from the pandemic. And so between that and what I get back in my taxes and something else, I should have the main portion of family debt taken care of, and that will leave me with probably around $10,000 left. So in debt in general. So that will definitely be able to be knocked out pretty easily. So I'm hoping by the end of the summer we'll be completely debt free. That's the aim. Yeah, for sure. It does taste better that way, and just in general, not having bit a little bit of money, even though it's a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of how much money there is, $11 for 9 miles. My gosh, DoorDash is just punishing me for going live today. I'm gonna have to do this one the same way I did the other one. I'm not gonna drive down to freaking Castle Rock for an $11 order. It's not gonna happen. I got somewhere to be in about an hour, so for those of you who are in the platinum, as a platinum dasher, when DoorDash is screwing you over, usually you should just turn it off and wait till the next busy shift and see if they screw you over on that one. Um, but that wouldn't make for much content today, which it's still not making for much content. I'm not gonna do this order. I don't have any unassigns. I don't have any declines left, so you can literally go hit arrived, wait for the time that it takes for restaurants to prepare the food. If that goes over 10 to 12 minutes, then you can unassign it worry free. So usually this place is pretty slow at getting orders out. So we're gonna avoid taking this order down to Castle Rock because that's a far trip for not that much money and puts me out of position of where I need to be. Now, I guess if I get an order going on Uber Eats into the same area, maybe if it's good enough, I'll take both of them down there. But for $11, it's not worth it. If I can get it to be over $20, I'll do it. Got about 21 minutes left on this lunch shift, and then I'm gonna head home. Got a doctor's appointment for one of the children. My wife is down with a cracked rib, and now she's having some dizziness too. Don't know if that's the medicine that she's taking or what. So normally I meet them at the doctor's. Meet my wife whenever she's taking a kid to a doctor or something. I meet her there, but this time I got to go home and take them. Yeah, it's gonna take between like I think 1 to 3 months or something. Pain wise, it's supposed to be at just a few days with what she's got going on, but yeah, we'll see how it all really works out in real time with real scenarios with her own experience. Hopefully, yeah, she feels better soon for sure. All right. So maybe in about 10 minutes, I'll be unassigning this order. I'll probably just end the dash after this because DoorDash has just been giving me a trash after trash. So at Potbelly, 5 p.m. Friday through Sunday close. Free kids combo with each entree you buy. Kids eat free weekends. So if you like sandwiches and and you have a Potbelly in your area and you have kids, there you go. So Sean says DoorDash and Grubhub have been the best for me here. Everything else really sucks. Yeah, for me it's been DoorDash and Uber Eats, but today has been an anomaly on DoorDash. See, last week on Uber Eats, I made $223.50. And then on DoorDash last week, let's see here. DoorDash last week was $775.61. Um, the first week of January, I made 1,042 on DoorDash. And then right now, so far this week, I'm at $420 on DoorDash. And on Uber Eats, I'm at like $47. But after the tip comes in, that'll be $57. And I got the catering apps as well. And then I do have some rideshare that I've been doing, but then Lisa, she's been doing some DoorDash as well. So trying to balance things out a little bit that way. Um, but yeah, I agree. Everything's been pretty terrible lately. All right, let's see what we got on this unassigned option here. It says long wait time, unassigned, your rate will be affected. That'll drop me to 94%. So it looks like gotta wait just a few more minutes. Or text the wife real quick. Here's an order I got last week. $67.75. So here in Colorado, they have to give us tip transparency. Um, DoorDash has been doing it. Uber has not. They've been still hiding tips. So that's been very beneficial as far as when I can cherry pick which orders that I would like to take. So I'm hoping since lunch shift kind of sucked today, that dinner is really good. 'Cause I'm really gonna need dinner to be really good. $2.29 for 2.5 miles. No tip. No thanks. $4.38, $2 tip going 5 miles. No thanks. Maybe I'll give DoorDash one more chance to give me something decent because I don't have to be home till just about 2:15. That's in an hour or so. So if it wasn't for my boat upgrades, I wouldn't even do it anymore. I told my wife I would do it all with the app and not use our household money. Hey, whatever motivates you to stay debt free, right? If getting boat upgrades and just using gig work to pay for it, hey, no, there's at least a payoff for you, right? But yeah, I'm in that same situation where I don't know if I'll continue doing this if I don't need to once the debt is paid off. But you gotta get that boat pimped out, right? Let's see here. Huge setback, had my motor rebuilt, spent 3 grand, and then the engine blew up again. Oh gosh, man. And spent 12 grand and bought a new one. Yeah, I don't think dumping in another 3 grand to watch it blow up again would be a good idea. That took all the money I saved for the electronics. Golly. Well, better to have had that happen before the electronics, right? Because then you'd have the electronics, but not be able to enjoy them because the motor doesn't work. So if it was gonna happen, it's probably better it happened that way. But too bad it happened at all, right? be here. All right. See that? Worry free, unassigned. Unassigned. Do you know approximately when the order will be ready? I do not know. Other reasons. Just a random keyboard tap, confirm. Got it. All right. So we are. All right. Now I paused it so that they wouldn't send me any more dumb orders while I'm on that order. So resume dash. See if they'll throw me a bone here. Oops, sorry about that. This is your last chance, DoorDash. Give me something worth taking. But after this, I gotta head home. That's a stop sign, bruh. All right. Good thing other people know what stop signs are. Okay. Get away from this restaurant. Let's go to another restaurant. There we go. Haha. We got it. It's $57.26. It's a $42.26 tip. Boom. It came through. See, persistence. So that one will definitely put me over $100 for the lunch shift. Right on. Now, DoorDash is actually showing that it's a $49 order. So they would have hid, what did I say? It was 57, $8 in this order. Go grab this Cheesecake Factory. See, this is better than the $11 going into the same area. Like they could have actually just given me both of these, I would have did them. But since they only give you one large order and nothing else, that's just the way it is, I guess. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Sean. But sometimes you learn lessons the hard way, even when you don't have to, right? Dang it. Didn't see that person was there for reversing. Parking sucks over here right now. Gotta find a place to park. That's not like 10-mile walk. So we're on a $54 order. Got a place. You know what? I'll bring you guys in. I don't even know if my AirPod even works as a microphone on this thing, but the kid saved 30,000, quit his job instead of getting a new one first, told him not to sit idle. Well, he did. 30K gone, and he decides to do Uber, totaled his car out after only 2 weeks. Oh, holy smokes, man. That's tough, like you said. Um, Ouch. Was it his fault on the accident too? Oh, ouch. So his emergency fund was depleted. Ugh. That is a tough one. He has a burrito ride and it is cold. All right. Hey, All right, traveler. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You as well, man. Keep fighting that fight. All right, Sean, sorry for the silence here. It's copyright music in here and everything. So, but thanks for joining. I appreciate you. There we go. Let me mount this phone real quick. Hey, how's it going, Trixie? Yeah, I was inside the restaurant and they had copyright music going, so I had it on mute. Picked up this $54 order. The last order of the lunch shift. All right, turn off Uber Eats. Get going. This is putting me at quite a time crunch here on getting myself back home at the 2:15 mark. So let's drive as quickly and safely as possible. Yeah. Yeah, I took this off. I was planning on doing a beard in a year growth documentary type thing on a different channel. And then I ended up applying for a job. So I got the job, and my position that I got will only allow me to have like a half an inch length for my beard. At first, I thought you were a cousin or something. Yeah, so that is the story I've got. So I'll be starting a new job next month. So doing the gig work is still going to happen, but it's going to be more of a part time thing. So maybe that'll help me be able to pump out a little bit of gig content, not being on the road as much. So thanks for joining, Trixie. All right, come on. Let's go, people. Let's go. So right now I'm on my way to drop off a $54 order. It's 16 miles away. But it's going on, it's not going towards my house, but it is kind of going in a detoury type of way towards my house, I guess. It's going east where I need to go, but it's not going north enough. It's going actually the exact opposite direction, north south. But um, says it's going to take me 20 minutes to get to my drop off. And then from there, it's probably about 25 more minutes to my house. So let's go. This will see here, put me at almost, see, 50 plus 7, yeah, about $120 for my lunch shift, which is pretty decent. Well, one of the orders was a $45 catering order on Deliver That. That was my first order I did. And then I did 2 DoorDashes that totaled for a total of $10.45. And then a $13 Uber Eats, which I'm still waiting on the tip to come in. And then I've got this $54 cheesecake order on DoorDash. So DoorDash came through for me at the last second. And now I'm a little stressed on getting to my house on time to get my daughter to her doctor's appointment. Rideshare is rough in San Francisco Bay Area. You're doing great. Yeah, I think rideshare is rough here in the Denver area too. So you're not alone there. It's not what it once was. That's for sure. There's like no surges out there for me to grab. Um, Grinding on the rideshare apps for 12 hours to make what I used to make in 7, 8, or 9 hours is just getting to be tiresome. So hopefully with this W-2 spot, I can limit my gig work to just the lunch shift and just the dinner shift. So basically like 10:15 in the morning till 1 p.m. and then probably like 4:45 p.m. until about 8 or 8:30 p.m. Says all these years you could drive into this, but robo taxis, I think, changed it. Oh man, yeah, that's one thing we don't have here is the robo taxis. But yeah, and then they made the long trips so unprofitable that like short trips with the new way that they pay was the way that you could make the best money, especially when there were surges out. But now pretty much only trips that you can get in a robo taxi situation is longer trips which pay less per mile. and maybe even less per hour because of traffic. It's pretty disheartening. All right, I think I need to get on over into a faster lane. All right, Derek says, yeah, when I check 300 now, it's a celebration. Yeah, it's tough, man. I think it's even more of a challenge when you know how easy it used to be to make $300. Like $300 shouldn't have, like, it never used to even take 10 hours to hit $300. And I didn't need any food delivery to do it. It's like the morning shift should be able to hit like $115 on rideshare just because surges alone. All right. Time to How's Uber been doing for you without the green option, Derek? The feared it's been a big impact. Green did pay a little better, not much. Could do that others can't. I'm down between 75 to 100 a day now. Oh my gosh. That sucks, Derek. Um, Has Lyft been giving you any boost or whatever it's called? Turbo? Like I will turn on Lyft for the 60, 40, 50, and 60%. But it's hard to do Uber and Lyft without any incentives, considering that there's like no worthwhile bonuses or surges out there. All right. 10 more minutes away from this drop off. Yeah, so once Lisa's back into the mix of doing the dinner shifts, um, I'll definitely be mapping out my days based on that Lyft bonuses as much as possible because um, as far as rideshare goes, in the mornings and maybe even in the afternoons, like after the lunch shift, sometimes they do like a 60%, 40, 50, or 60% between like 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. or 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. It's crazy how you have to piece together everything nowadays to even have a chance of hitting the 300 mark. Unless, I don't know, I think that if I were to just accept everything, I might be able to hit 300 on rideshare, but then, the cost of doing business goes way up because a lot of the money that you could make bigger chunks is just going so far. I mean, like literally right now I'm doing $54 for 19 miles. That's like an old school airport trip, you know, after getting a tip and everything, you make $54 on a airport trip. And an airport trip was usually from where I work, it's like, 20 to 25 miles to the airport for $54. So, you're making good money that way, but the only way you can get a good airport type paying trip nowadays, like old school times, is to either have Lyft or Uber Black and or find these catering and large orders on Doordash. All right, now I'm 7 minutes away from this drop off. All right, so $9.96 for that tip from the Uber Eats earlier. So we're at 68.57 before dropping off this order. All right, Trixie says, yeah, I'm getting boost every day, and you're right. When it, oh wait, no, Trixie just put a little the pause mark. I'm like, wait, she said the same thing Derek said. It's hard to see the lines and stuff when you're delivered trying to send me an order for $20. No, that's trash, man. That's what delivery been doing to me is just straight trash. Just trash. Low signal here. Sorry about that. Yes, I did shave. Yesterday, I did my biggest, a little bit easier to work, in my opinion, now with no tip pool. But I think at the same time, that's caused a lot of people that are in higher tiers to be able to catch a lot of the better orders. Sometimes they uh, come down to the other tiers, but you win some, you lose some. Good job, man. 88 bucks for 2 miles. It's hard to beat. All right. Don't want to slip and fall. Bust my butt on this stuff. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna drop off this food and then I'm gonna end this live because I gotta get home. All right. So that last order, 57.26. Ooh. So that's a 125 for lunch shift. So I'll be going to Beverly Hills to work next week. I'll video some of the fire destruction out there for my YouTube. I'll check it out, man. Oh. I feel bad for all those people, even if they're rich or whatever. Like, that's pretty tough situation. And I know a lot of people have lost their lives out there too. So prayers to those people. All right. Well, I am going to be in a stressed out driving situation. So I'm going to end this. I've got to get home. See here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely. All right. Peace. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a profitable day. And remember to stay driven. And